sitting down and telling the stories and making it real and alive with everyone. So, any other thoughts?
When we have our combined family home meeting with our children in the area, we've used right after the field opening and birthdays and just weddings, whichever family's in charge, enact a story in the history of, the family, but it's not the story, so they can do it right. And then it's so fun to pantomime in front of the family. It's really, again, a good motivation for that too.
That's so fun.
Can you guys all hear, or should we try to pass the microphone around?
If you stand up, then it's easier to hear you.
Elder Rasband came down to, I shared this actually, I think in Arizona last week. Elder Rasband came and spoke in Manti a few months ago at the annual temple devotional there, and it was incredible. It was up in the assembly room of the Manti temple with only temple workers there. And he shared something that really impacted me when he talked about taking his two youngest children when he was called to serve in Preston, England. And I think he was in the area presidency there, I believe. No, it might have been as a mission president. And his two youngest kids were really involved in high school, especially his youngest son. He'd been on the football team and excelled in every area, and was looking forward to a senior year of high school and had all kinds of plans of what he was going to do. And he was pretty, hesitant. And they had even thought about arranging for him to stay there and finish his senior year and then come over afterward. And then his daughter was, I think she was in her very early 20s, just had finished high school, just embarking. And they both went with them there. And they were in a mission president's training seminar. And afterward, they were right near the Preston, England temple. And right afterward, when they walked out of this seminar, his son said, "Why don't we just go check out the temple? It's just right there." And so they walked over there. And the temple president walked out of the doors as they were coming, and he said, "I've been waiting for you to come over, and I wanted to invite you to come in to do baptisms." And Elder Asban kind of looked at his son and daughter and his wife, and they said, "Well, why not?" This idea, I don't think, when I was growing up, this was not a common thing for parents to go with their children to do baptisms, and he said he never experienced that with his son before. But they went in, and they got in their white clothes, and they participated in those ordinances together. So this is his son, who's a senior in high school, who's bigger than he is, like this big football player, and they did that together as a father and son. And his son turned to him and he said, "Why have we not done this before? Why have we never done this?" And he said, he thought in his mind, "I have supported this son in everything." I mean, he said, "I thought about all the games that I'd gone to support him, and all the movies we shared together, and all the events and fun times we shared together, and we had never done baptisms." And he said that really hit him. We needed to make this a priority in our family. And so after that time, he and his children every week made it a priority while they were serving there in England to go to baptisms together. And I thought that's a beautiful way to incorporate making a sacrifice of time to the Lord as a family with parents and children together, that unifies, that helps our children to see where our priorities actually lie, and that help them to feel supported in spiritual things, even if we are trying to do all the supporting in all the areas of their lives that they're busy in. But I thought that was a wonderful testimony.
I love that they have family time now set aside at the temple, so you can go do that. Just look up the time for your temple and I'll tell you.
Thanks to Janet and her article about birthday parties. We actually host a friend birthday party for their 12th birthday, and we try to do a service. She recommended that in her research, an article on that. We try to make it a service birthday party, and so my son just turned 12 a couple weeks ago, and he wanted to go do baptisms, and so I felt like that was a really special thing to have 10 of his friends in white shirts and ties, and the men at the temple, and my husband baptized all of them, and then they came to our house for some treats and games. But that was really a special thing. And then also I was going to mention on our trip down to Aunt Tressa's funeral, we always like to listen to audiobooks in a car. It makes it a little more pleasant. And but our CD player was broken, and the iPad wasn't loud enough for anybody to hear. And so I panicked, and I thought, oh dear, because we had just downloaded these books on the iPad, and I was excited about this trip until we realized that wasn't going to work. And so I thought of every ancestor story I could have ever heard. And I practically had to yell for everybody to hear in the van as I was driving. But I was so grateful for Legacy and for my dad and his storytelling, because my kids were quiet and they wanted to hear more and more stories, even though some of them had heard these stories before. But I just thought of as many details as I could throw in there and make it these stories long and and wonderful and inspiring, and they seem to really enjoy that. And I'm also grateful for UniteUsAll.com. I don't know how many of you use that website that Chuck Clifton and the Cliftons have put together. That has been a wonderful resource to just go on there. If you need a story, we've used it for class at school and for